It is week 5 of the high school football season. It is time for the top 10 games of the week by the High School Huddle. It is prediction time. And last week, there goes the phone.
Yeah, he's throwing things.
It's paid for.
This is how it happens.
All right. So last week, Chris 7-3.
Ouch. What did he say?
Ouch.
What 3 did you get terribly wrong?
I missed. Ardmore should have won.
They lost.
But they lost. I picked Edmond Santa Fe.
We all did.
We all did. And then I picked Sand Springs. Phil, you were 8-2.
Oh, 8-2. That's not bad, Phil. Pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, that's good. It's respectable.
Well, it's
better than Chris.
It's a marathon, not a sprint, Ronnie. And I think you'll see that there's a dogfight right now.
So you lost Sand Springs and Santa Fe.
Santa Fe.
Right.
And Ronnie, for the first time, Phil and I did it last week.
Yeah.
But for the first time this season, Ronnie goes 9-1 on the year, and his only loss was Edmond Santa Fe Memorial.
Close.
It was close.
Close.
So,
yeah, it was.
Overall, Chris 23-7. These two 24-6.
Oh.
I mean, you would think the World Series was being won in September, but they do play the World Series in October. But
we'll see. I like our chances.
we go to December on this show.
So we're beating him, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're winning.
I forgot to hit record. So
Yeah, of course.
archive it. So. All right, we are set for the top 10 games of the week.
Are we doing scores?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
That's what we've done the last 3
Well,
weeks.
I like to ask things.
Don't ask again, Phil.
Oh, I'll ask again next week.
All right, so the first game that we'll take a look at is a 4A matchup between Newcastle and Blanchard. Newcastle, biggest challenge of the season up to this point here is Blanchard. So Blanchard has won 2 games. They're 2-2. Tough schedule.
Newcastle 4-0.
Noble got Blanchard. I know that's one of
Noble
the losses.
got Blanchard, yep.
The other one's escaping my memory right now. But we like to hear.
It was Piedmont.
Was it Piedmont?
Piedmont beat Blanchard.
Okay.
I believe that's correct.
Piedmont, Noble.
I'm pretty sure that's correct.
As you guys.
I remember the most random things. So
Yeah, you do.
You don't remember the name half the time.
Well, we don't have to laugh about it when you say that, Ronnie. It's like you're getting joy out of my memory loss.
Well, it makes me laugh.
Well, no, I know. You're not going to be laughing when you're changing my diapers here in a few years.
Blanchard lost to Noble and Piedmont.
Oh, well, looky there. Phil's right again.
But, Phil, the question is, does Blanchard beat Newcastle? Again, we'd like to hear your thoughts. Just comment on your social media page who you're picking between Newcastle and Blanchard. And it's only fair that Ronnie gets to go first. I mean,
he won last week.
9-1 last week. So
It is only fair. See my 9 on my hat, KP9.
It's a great hat.
It's a great hat, thank you.
Great,
9-1.
great young man, great hat.
Yep. So I got this game as a blowout.
A blowout.
Don't see it close.
Blowout.
I like Newcastle in this game.
Oh, blowout.
Blowout, sorry, yep. 35-17.
Oh.
35-17. That's kind of a blowout.
2 touchdowns, 17. Yeah, okay. 18. Okay, all right.
So Ronnie's going Newcastle?
Going Newcastle.
Did I get that right? Okay.
Newcastle.
Right. Phil, I mean, you were 8-2. You were second best last week. So
Well, if around here, because we're going to pick, we all follow high school football, right? I mean, we do. And so most times we're going to be within a game of each other when we make predictions. Most
of the
times,
time.
right?
Yeah.
Most times. And a lot of times we pick the same teams.
you've had some 3-7 years in the past, but
I don't recall that, but that's fine. That was back when I was that's back when I was protesting all private schools. Oh. Remember when I refused to pick a private school?
Yeah.
Took a lot of L's.
Yeah.
Took a lot of L's that season. Tough deal.
The maturity has come so far.
Well, you call it what you like.
In that aspect.
In that aspect. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad. This is my challenge, okay? I want to pick Blanchard.
Okay.
But I'm going Newcastle, 35-21.
Now, are you picking Newcastle because you want to?
Did you see that right there? Newcastle, 35-21, done hours ago. Go ahead.
Minutes ago.
Well, how long have we been on the show?
Well, that long.
We're doing homework.
Ooh,
I'm going Blanchard.
We're going to get another one on him.
Blanchard.
Yes, let's go.
Blanchard
2
wins
weeks
this
in a
one.
row. Your ego's not going to be able to take it.
Blanchard at home.
Yeah, okay.
Blanchard at home.
Those high school kids don't care about at home or away.
And they got a casino.
So they do in
Newcastle.
college and NFL?
Well, yeah, they're not kids. Of
course.
Okay. Yeah.
They're adults.
Men.
All right. So OSU can't win at Baylor then? Because it's a road game?
Correct.
No.
Oh, you can't win at TCU because it's a road game?
Well,
After what I saw last week, they may
yeah.
not. But I could definitely think that OSU is going to win, is going to beat Baylor.
All right, well, we ain't picking that game, so.
I'm just letting you know.
All right. We'll move on to game number 9 on our game of the week, and that features Jinx and Westmore. Jinx 3-1 on the year, Westmore 2-2. Jinx coming down to the Oklahoma City area. More impressive, or Westmore's, and very impressive in the Moore War. I had watched that game last week as well, 27-17, but this would be the biggest victory of the year for Westmore if they can take down the 2-time defending state champions.
Yeah, I don't think that happens. I got Jinx 28-7.
28-7.
All right, I get to go next, and I got Jinx winning 24-14.
24-14. Well, Jinx is on the road, coming to the west side.
Oh, that means they can't win. It's on the road.
Westmore.
He's going to be on this the rest of the night.
Playing Westmore after a big win against Moore last week.
Feeling good.
Jinx, Enid played Jinx really, really tough, and Westmore might be better than Enid.
Well, and Jinx had a close game with Santa Fe, right?
Sure did. 13-10.
13-10.
Yeah, so I have Jinx winning this game 42-28.
You did a good job there, though.
Yeah, I know. That was a great sell.
Good build-up.
Great sell.
Chris?
Well, I went
You did. Well, it's a real thing. It's a real thing.
He can't remember what happened 2 seconds ago, but he remembered old Blanchard beat Piedmont.
It's a real thing.
Week 1.
It's a real thing. Yeah. As Leo knows, been a lot of strikes to the old noggin over the years.
All right, so that's Jinx. We got the east side over the west side. Another east side versus west side matchup featuring Broken Arrow traveling down to Norman North. Broken Arrow 1-3 on the year. Norman North 2-2. Mm-hmm. That's, by the way, that's 2 long trips for Broken Arrow on Thursday after last week's game as well, which picked up their first victory. Broken Arrow, welcome to the Win Club. And I will go first, and I once again will go with the East Side School, and I will go Broken Arrow with the victory of 31-20.
I think this is going to be a little bit closer than what people think. I got this game a little bit closer. So I have the Fighting Broken Arrows over Norman North, 28-24.
Oh, okay. Norman North was in my top 5 a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's right. They were.
There's been 35 teams at number 5 spot.
That's true.
You just took away all my thunder.
Keep going, Phil.
My bad.
The good thing about us doing this is we're going to get next week. There's going to be somebody with all the bragging rights. It's not going to be a tie. Norman North wins 35-28.
I'm going undefeated this year. I'm going to win 10-0.
35-28. I'll buy you a steak dinner if you go 10-0.
The Timberwolves.
I'm telling Phil,
I did. Already. It wasn't an easy pick for me, by the way. Yeah.
I said it's going to be close.
Norman North 35-28.
Wow. All right, I like it.
I do love it.
Hey, that's a good logo game right there.
Yeah, that is a good logo.
That's a good logo.
Nice.
Yeah, I do like Broken Arrow's logo though.
Yeah,
that's way cool.
Yeah. All right, we now move to game number 7. Ooh. Ronnie gets to go first on this one. Yep. All right. It is Tonkawa, Class A showdown, 4-0 on the season, visiting the Black Bears of Pawnee. Pawnee 3-1. Tonkawa has been dominant the entire season, averaging almost 52 points a game, allowing just 11 points a ball game. Pawnee coming off a 34-0 loss to Hominy. So Pawnee gets 2 back-to-back games against top 5 opponents. Ronnie, can they revenge last week's loss to Hominy against the Tonkawa?
No.
Yeah.
This is a top 10 matchup. Obviously, Tonkawa's in our top 5. I got Pawnee in my top 10. But no, Tonkawa's going to win this game. I got it at 24-10-ish.
Yeah, I mean, I think Tonkawa. Is it my turn?
Oh, yeah.
I think Tonkawa wins. We're different on our score. That Tonkawa offense has been dominating. Great defense as well, as Chris just said. I got Tonkawa winning 45-14.
45-14. We're pretty close on our scores. What's my – I got 41-15.
Okay.
I got 41-15.
Ronnie's wrong on that one.
All 3 of us picked Tonkawa.
Gonna get W, though.
On the score.
How cool is that logo?
That's a sweet logo.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That is really, really cool. It is a sweet logo night here on the Huddle.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, very
when you
cool.
look at
Yeah.
it.
Remember Jake Love at Tonkawa?
Yes.
Oh, he was good. He was good.
And you know what else he was good at?
Wrestling?
Oh, remember he was a stud.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Wrestler.
A stud.
Oh yeah. That was our
Jake
first,
got his hands on you. It was going to be a long day.
that was like one of our first little, like we went to a dine-in restaurant and people recognized us on the show.
Yeah, they did. That is true.
They were there the
Yeah.
entire night. We were like, I was like, can I have my dinner, please? No.
Yeah.
I just now remember that's pretty
Get
cool.
these people back.
Yeah. All right. Number 6 game of the week. The 4A Clinton Red Tornadoes.
Versus the Elk City.
Elks.
There you go.
Elk City Elks. It's a matchup of 2 3-1 programs. Clinton, defending state champion. Impressive last year in that finals, by the way. Impressive win against Heritage Hall, who's in the High School Huddle number 5 ranking, I think it was. Also over John Marshall. Elk City, they're trying to get that Carl Albert Titan taste out of their mouth.
Yeah.
It is Clinton at Elk City. I think, Phil, are you up next?
I am up. Clinton wins 35-17.
35-17. Phil has Clinton. I also have Clinton winning. I have that score 20. No, I don't. Clinton. There it is. 38-24. 38-24 Red Tornadoes.
I got the Red Tornadoes as well. I got it 31-14-ish.
Okay. So all three of us go with the Clinton Red Tornadoes.
We saw some Clinton fans out at the state fair this past week. I mean, when Clinton Red Tornado fans travel, they are wearing their Clinton Red Tornado stuff.
Everywhere.
They got a great
They're
fan
all
base
in.
over there.
Have you
at
seen
Clinton.
the mascot at games?
Yes, yeah, at the state championship. Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm at the state basketball tournament too.
The school I grew up in was the Eureka Tornadoes. And the whole time watching that mascot last year, I'm going, why the daylights did we have that?
Pretty cool.
It was.
Pretty cool. All right, we move into the top 5 games here on the High School Huddle. Number 5 game this week featuring, again, Perkins in the top 10 of games. Perkins, a 3A matchup, taking on Tulsa Metro Christian. That game up in the Tulsa area. Perkins 3-1, Metro Christian 4-0. Perkins, Kirk Francis had a good game. Perkins had an impressive victory over Kingfisher last week, 14-3. Metro Christian got that high power offense. Kirk Francis leads the way for Metro Christian. 3-1 key matchup. Perkins trying to go 2-0 in district.
I mean, Perkins' only loss is against Cushing, who we all, as we know, is a consensus number 1.
Phil, I get to go first.
Oh, sorry.
It's my turn, right?
He's snapping you tonight. Kind of mean.
Metro Christian wins 31-14.
31-14. That was quick.
Yeah.
Ronnie?
He just straight shuts you down and says, "Oh yeah, by the way, they win this." He's giggling over. Look at him.
I'll let you break it down. I'm saving
Phil,
I'm saving my airtime for you.
Go ahead, Phil. You can break it down. I got Metro Christian 42-17.
I got nothing to say. Metro Christian wins big, 45-21.
Ronnie, what was your score?
42-17.
Perkins' only
So
loss
we're pretty close.
Cushing, and I had a great thing to say. And
Say it.
no, Chris took it away from
I think we've already said it 3
Moments
or 4
passed.
times. Yeah.
Moments passed.
All right, Metro Christian across the board. If you had really something to say, you would pick Perkins to win.
I'd like to. I like me some Perkins trying, but
All right, we move to game game number 4. Coweta Tigers
Coweta.
4-0 on the road to Sapulpa. 3-1. Both teams 1-0 in district play. Sapulpa head coach Tim Holt Jr. faces his team. He coached the playoff 3 years. 2016, 2017, 2018, including a district title. So he knows what he's doing.
he does.
Over there.
Pretty good coach.
So this is the first meeting, by the way, between Coweta and Sapulpa. Coweta, a 4A program for the longest time. Sapulpa, a 6A team for the longest time. But they meet in the middle here in 5A. Coweta at Sapulpa. Ronnie, you're on the clock.
Yeah, I do like Coweta in this game because the most impressive victory in 5A this year, I think, is Coweta over
Carl Albert?
Carl Albert earlier in the year. So, yeah, Coweta, very impressive. Watched them again the week after they played. So they got explosive people all over the field. So I like Coweta in this game.
Score?
35-21.
35-21. I got Coweta as well. I'd like to pick Sapaloopa because I love saying Sapaloopa.
Who?
Sapulpa. Sapaloopa.
The Chieftains.
The Chieftains. But I think it's our scores are pretty close. I've got 35-17.
So Pulpa's Colton Howard, 51 of 86 passing, almost 700 yards, 11 touchdowns. He's thrown in almost 200 rushing yards as well for Sapulpa. It's really good. I would take that right now.
Yeah.
Going to need a whole lot more than that. He's going to need that season high or those season numbers in this game. In the game, yeah. I got Coweta winning this game. I got Coweta in a close one, though, closer than what many say. I'm going 2017.
Wow.
Close game.
Very good.
This is the best logo by far. It reminds me of my Cali Tigers.
Okay. That was
My alumni base,
okay.
my old baseball program. Looks like the Cali Tigers there. Looks good.
Yeah.
Hey, guess where my good friend Leo played college football his first 2 years?
I'm going to guess Cali County.
Cali County.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They had football back then.
Well, we wore leather helmets.
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
With face mask?
That was optional.
Banana? The banana helmet?
Oh, yeah. I watch these helmets now and I go, everybody's so soft now. I mean, if you're really a football player, if you don't play at least 4 games with a concussion, I mean, jeez, it was crazy back then.
So, who picks this game first?
I do.
Oh, Phil's on the clock.
Is it
Okay.
9 o'clock? No, wait. Yeah, because you started with that.
All right. Now we take a look at a 6A1 District 2 game. Owasso 1-3, Mustang 3-1. Owasso making a trip to the Oklahoma City area as well. So all the big Tulsa powerhouses will be in the Oklahoma City area this week. I don't think Tulsa Union has to make the trip. No, I can't remember who Union's even playing. Anyway, Owasso Mustang. Owasso last year lost this game 47-41 to end the season of Owasso. It's the Cousin Bowl.
Yeah.
Bill Blankenship, Owasso. Lee Blankenship at Mustang. Cousin Bill has won 4 of the 5.
Yeah.
Owasso leads the overseas 5-3. Cousin Bill, as a head coach, is 4-1 against his cousin. Owasso at Mustang. OU wide receiver Jacoby Johnson had some highlight runs last week in the big victory over Moore.
And they got the other really good wide out there as well. I can't think of his name right now. But, and of course, Owasso, Alabama commit.
Cole
Adams is out for the year. And that's had a real effect, obviously, on our team.
Yeah.
I mean, everything kind of went through Cole. But
Hope to have him back for the playoffs.
yeah, that'd be good. But Cousin Bill is what now in this? He's
Cousin Bill's 4-1.
4-1. And I love me some Owasso Rams. I started
Yeah, you basically
I won them a state title.
2017.
Oh, yeah. Called it in 0 week, as a matter of fact, that they would win the state championship year. But Cousin Bill's going to feel the pain. Cousin Bill's going to feel the pain. It's going to be.
So you picking Mustang?
Well, you got to quit interrupting me.
My bad. I jumped the gun. My bad.
Mustang wins 28-21. 28-21 Mustang.
Mustang's got a good logo as well.
Yeah, they do.
So of all the games this week I picked, this is the hardest one.
It's going to be a heck of a ball game.
Yeah.
It's the hardest
A
one.
heck of a ball game. You can flip a coin on this one, I think.
And when I flip a coin, I go east side. In
I know you
6A1.
will.
I'm going Owasso Rams.
I'm representing West Side right now.
Yeah, there you go. I'm going with the Owasso Rams. I think it'll be a great game. I'm going like I didn't write a score down.
Yeah.
28, 27, 24, 23, something like that.
Yeah. It's going to be
Ronnie,
right there.
you are the deciding factor on this one.
Wow. So you got
please pick opposite me.
you got
Go
Owasso.
9-1.
This is my chance to pull away.
Let's do it, 9-1.
Owasso's 1-3. Mustang 3-1. Owasso just watching them play. Their offense hasn't been fluent with Cole Adams out.
Yeah.
Mustang's looking pretty good, even though they had the loss against Moore here a few weeks back. Owasso 1-3. That's just hard to pick. But again, it's a coin flip. When it's a coin flip, I always go to the East Side team. I have Owasso winning this game. Same score as you. 28-21. But Owasso is going to win this game 28-21.
Since this is the night that we're correcting each other, I think Ronnie just said Mustang lost to who?
Moore.
No, that's not right.
No, it's not.
Was it UConn?
Mustang lost to your number one, 6A2, Deer Creek.
That's correct.
Is that correct?
That's right. You want to rethink your...
I apologize. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Beat Southmore, beat UConn, and Harbor.
And coming soon, Owasso.
All right. Our air conditioning buzzing. I don't think that's a good sign.
saying hi.
We'll get our energy director to take a look at that. So Phil goes with Mustang. Chris and Ronnie go with the Owasso
10-0
Rams.
this week's coming up.
Phil's look like he's going 6-4 this week.
By the way, the only person to go 10-0 in their picks, I've done it multiple times, but only one to go 10-0, so no pressure. You don't remember that. All right, I didn't think you would remember that. All right, number 2 game of the week. It is the Stillwater Pioneers going on the road to Booker T. Washington. Pioneers 4-0, an easy 4-0 for them. Booker T. Washington 2-2, one loss to Arkansas High School on the road. First game of the season, I think it was.
Who'd they lose the other game to?
Del City.
Del City, correct.
And what was the score?
That was a blowout. 28-7, 28-0, something like that.
Phil, I can get that here real quick so
Okay,
you can
I
make
appreciate it.
Booker T. Lost to Del City 27-6.
27-6, yeah.
All right. It's my turn to pick this game.
It is.
Right? All right.
Yep.
So Hornets lost this game a year ago, 36-29, quarterfinal to Stillwater. Gage Gundy this year, numbers 39 and 58, 623 yards, 6 touchdowns, a couple of rushing touchdowns. Noah Roberts, I think would get some player of the year votes in 6A2 football, 410 rushing yards, 10 touchdowns. Of course, we all know about Micah Tees, but I got a good quarterback, Lathan Boone. He's 66 of 112, 878 yards, 10 touchdowns. Threw for almost 400 touchdowns last week. But Stillwater, the High School Huddle, number 1 ranked team. I think they lead
Unanimous. No,
Yes.
No,
it
it
wasn't.
wasn't unanimous. They got their
Should have
down there.
been. Should have been.
We have Stillwater.
Oh, yeah, no, should have been.
Stillwater's been my number 1 team the entire season.
Yep, mine too.
And I think they leave town. I think they leave T-Town. I think they leave the 9-1-8 with an undefeated record at 5-0. Final score, Stillwater 34-20.
Go ahead, Ronnie.
Interesting.
Thank you.
Yeah, very
There's
good.
going to be some separation this week, isn't there?
There's separation this week, boys. Of course, Booker T is my pick to win the state championship in 6A2.
Which is still insane, but go ahead.
Still there.
Don't
Still
let that trip
opportunity.
you up. Don't let that trip you up.
Booker T is going to win this game, 35-31. Booker T at home, because again, road teams can't win. Chris said earlier tonight, so Booker T.
Stillwater
Go
can
Hornets.
Stillwater can run the ball. Not to influence your decision here, Phil, but Stillwater can run the ball. I think they can keep it away from Booker T's offense, so we'll see.
Stillwater's been my number 1 since
pick
0 week.
Please pick them.
True.
True, yeah.
I've never wavered on that. I think the Stillwater train keeps rolling. And Ronnie, I don't think it's close.
Yeah,
Go!
I really don't. I think Booker T falls apart at some point. They last couple years they've had a hard time putting 4 quarters together in any game that they've played. They've looked like absolute potential state champions for a couple quarters, and then they look like you're playing, backyard ball and you're upset at your 2 best friends. I mean, it's just so I think Stillwater wins 35-21.
So I just want to, after the show's over, I just want to go back on the record. I'm pretty sure Phil picked Booker T to win 6A2 as well. I just want to verify that. He said it was absolutely insane just a second ago. I just want to go back on the record after the game. Just so we know.
Why don't you guys go ahead and enjoy this? You know what I do remember?
Oh, here we go.
My 901 week last week.
How to change my will.
All right, so Chris and Phil have the Stillwater Pioneers. Not really a close one. I got close. I got 34-20. I got 2 touchdowns. I don't think that's close in this type of a ball game, so we'll see.
Yeah.
All right.
Booker T.
And here we go. The game of the week in the state of Oklahoma. We have broadcast duties on Thursday night. We are open Friday night, and we will be inside
Oh, boy.
Del City, Oklahoma, as the McAlester Buffaloes 4-0
Eagle Stadium.
take on the Del City Eagles 4-0. Del City, a 6A2 powerhouse from a year ago. They're in 5A. They are the High School Huddle number 1 ranked team. McAlester Buffaloes. The McAlester Buffaloes undefeated. Last year in the state championship game one of the best athletes in the state of Oklahoma, Eric McCarty. Phil has him as the number 1 athlete in Class 5A football. There's 2 guys on the other side of the field that will have an argument with that in Thomas and Foreman. It is a big-time matchup, and a lot of people think this could be a state championship. It could be a state championship-type game.
Yeah.
McAlester, Eric McCarty, 332 yards rushing, 6 touchdowns, been limited.
Haven't used him a lot.
Needed him
haven't
there.
used him a lot.
Yep.
Dale City, Kansas quarterback Kanajo Thomas, 9 catches, 271 yards, 6 touchdowns, plus 2 interceptions. So he plays defense, okay. OSU defensive lineman commit Jaden Foreman has 3 sacks. He also plays defense. Ronnie, you get the first one here. By the way, this is the second meeting between these 2 programs. Dale City got routed in 2014, 56-8. That's when McAlester was really, really good. Then they went really, really down.
Yeah.
Now they're really, really back up here.
Yeah, no doubt.
So here we go. It is a marquee matchup for 5A football. Ronnie, you are on the clock.
This is the best game, and I mean, again, Jinx Union. Okay, I get all that stuff, but this right here is going to be a big time matchup. Yeah. And again, for me, it's how does McAlester utilize Eric McCarty? Okay, last year we saw him blocking punts. We saw him from the safety position making interceptions, going in, stopping the run. Running back, getting 200 yards a game. How will they use McCarty when the game is on the line? Is he going to be both sides? What does Forrest Mazey have in store for Eric McCarty and the Buffaloes as far as that side of it goes? Dale City, I picked him to win the state championship in the beginning of the year. They have studs everywhere. Last week, their defense had 4 turnovers, just blew away that game, and therefore I have Dale City winning this game. Close early, turns to be a little bit sloppy at the end. I got 35-21 Dale City.
35-21 Dale City over the Buffaloes in the game of the week. Phil, you are on the clock.
Well,
the president of the McCarty fan club.
I'm shameless when I say it. I think he is absolutely the best player in 5A. I think you can make an argument that he is absolutely one of the top 5 players in the entire state of Oklahoma. We saw him last year in the state title game before he turned up injured.
And quarterfinals.
We saw him in the quarterfinals we saw them both up close and personal, but this kid's special. McCarty's special.
Yeah, he's good.
He just looks different. Pre-game, he looks different. Just watching the way he bounces around.
Social media, weightlifting.
He's got all this energy to him, right? I mean, he is, without question, the leader of the Buffalo program.
No doubt.
Without question. I've always said if you have the best player in a game's close, you go with the best player, right? Mm-hmm. Dell City wins. They have the 2 best players.
That hurts you, don't it?
Yeah, because I want to adopt the kid. If anything falls apart house, I mean, he's got a home with me. I mean, I love everything about this kid. I just think he's fabulous. OU commit, I mean, he's
great kid too.
He's just the real deal, guys. He's the real deal. Dell City, though, top to bottom, depth. McCarty doesn't have that crew he had last year surrounding him. A lot of kids graduated. Now, I will say, I think McAlester coach, I don't think he'll be able to keep himself from utilizing McCarty as much as possible. He wants to he is a coach that it appears lives for these kind of games, high visibility games. So I think you can see McCarty touch the ball a bunch tomorrow night, or Friday night, and he's going to be active on special teams. But I just think Dell City's too much.
Score?
I think Dell City wins 35-14.
Oh, 3 touchdowns.
I really do. I think Dell City depth, top to bottom, is just it's so superior.
Your state championship team as well.
So superior to anybody else in 5A.
They're very, very good. And somebody proves otherwise.
They come out and they have one of those games, and it could happen. We've seen it. Yeah. Great teams turn the ball over 4 or 5 times. Maybe a kid gets banged up and has to leave. I mean, anything could affect it. But I just think top to bottom, Dell City's just better than everybody in 5A, boys.
You guys said everything perfect. I don't have to add any more to what you guys got. I got Dell City winning as well. I think a close one, 27-21. A lot of respect for McCarty to keep that one close. And if there was anybody to beat Dell City in 5A this year, it would be McAlester.
Yes.
And again, this could be a state championship rematch. I mean, we can see this come December in Edmond as well. So District 5A3, these two clubs in there, along with Coweta, will be a fun district, and this one will go a long way for that district standing. Both teams could still very well be playoff teams, host first-round playoff games. But I think Dell City just a little too much. And we mentioned Foreman and Thomas, but they have athletes everywhere. And we said it multiple times. If Dell City was in 6A2, they'd probably be my number one ranked team there as well. Yeah. So I got Dell City winning a close one though, 27-21.
If McAlester happens to pull this off, you're going to see an amazing game by McCarty, and you're gonna be like, okay,
well,
if you don't know him now, you'll know him after this game. If McAlester pulls this game
the
off,
winner of this game is number one in the ranking. Right?
Yes. And I got to say this. Remember that state title game last year where McAlester played the eventual state champions Collinsville. Collinsville, top to bottom, when you looked at everybody, had the better team.
Yep.
I'm telling you right now, if McCarty doesn't get hurt,
late third quarter,
if he doesn't get hurt, I think they're the defending state champions because that kid, remember in the first half, he had 200 yards rushing. He was averaging almost 12 yards a carry, and he had like 11 tackles.
Yeah.
I mean, this kid is a freak of nature. He is a freak of nature. And so it could happen, guys. I just think when it comes down to it, if they protect the ball, if Dell City doesn't turn the ball over, I think you'll see McCarty put up yards, especially if they utilize him. I think he'll put up yards. But I think, listen, it's one against a bunch. Not that McAlester doesn't have other great kids. They do. They're well coached. They're going to do all those things. But I'm telling you, high school football is about the Jimmies and the Joes. Yep. I mean, it is when you get two good teams, it's going to come down to who has more cats on their side of the ball. And Dell City has more cats than anybody in 5A.
It will be a fun one to watch, and we will be there to take that one in.
Where are we eating before we go?
I don't know. We got to find the location of that. So
salad probably for me.
All right, those are the games of the week. That'll do it for the show this week. We got a good little mixture of picks. It'll be fun. That's always fun.
Somebody's going to be a definite winner, and we're going to have a definite loser.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, this is going to be a good week.
Oh yeah,
it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Yeah.
All right. Big thank you to Generations Church, our title sponsor of the High School Huddle. Big thank you to all of our great sponsors as well.